Welcome back to another week of Hawk News. I am Madison Cobbs.
And I'm Drew Fleming. Hawk News is a student-produced newscast recorded live on the campus of Red Oak High School.
Hurricane Fiona continues its devastating path. Monday, torrential rainfalls across Puerto Rico as well as the Dominican Republic lead to catastrophic flooding and at least 3 fatalities in a 24-hour period after the storm made second landfall earlier in the day. The storm dropped 20 to 6 inches of rain on Puerto Rico. Part of the island went without electricity, running water Wednesday as residents struggled to clear their houses and homes of debris. On Tuesday, Hurricane Fiona blasted the Turks and Caicos Islands as a Category 3 storm as it continues on its path to Bermuda. The Puerto Rico lingering rainfall Tuesday also threatens additional flooding and mudslides.
Queen Elizabeth II's funeral was held on Monday. Her coffin was held in the Westminster Hall, where she was moved to the Westminster Abbey for her service. Her coffin was then moved to the Wellington Arch, where the travel to Windsor Castle was being prepared. Shortly after, crowds and members of the service walked 5 kilometers down the Windsor Castle's Long Walk. In the evening, Queen Elizabeth II was buried next to her husband, King George VI. As a change of the guard, the British national anthem was changed from God Save the Queen to God Save the King. Prince Charles will be crowned as King of England once preparations have been completed by the royal service.
This week, Student Council announced the themes for this year's homecoming dress-up days. Monday is Gingerbread Day, so wear your sweatpants and run as fast as you can. Tuesday is Hansel and Gretel Day, so dress like your twin, but watch out for any candy houses. Wednesday is going back once upon a time to the 1950s versus 2000s. Show your decade pride. The Queen of Hearts invites you to her tea party in Wonderland. Thursday, so you can wear best tacky attire. And Friday, Spirit Day, so wear your mom, garters, and senior overalls to show your Hawk pride for the big game.
This Saturday, the Red Oak High School Band will have their first competition of the year. Our student reporter spoke to several band members to discuss the preparations for the upcoming competition.
This year's theme is Wonderland.
The theme of the show is Wonderland, like as in Alice in Wonderland, and we're using music that is not necessarily from any kind of movie about Alice in Wonderland, but more music that portrays the different scenes that we're doing. So like going down the rabbit hole, that is a piece called White Rabbit, which is a rock piece that was rewritten for band. And then we're using a lot of classical music and it's classical music, but kind of more modern classical music for the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. And then the very last scene, which we haven't started working on yet, is the Queen of Hearts, which will be using a piece called Medea's Dance of Vengeance, which is it's pretty dark and dismal. Yeah, off with their heads.
This weekend's competition, I think the students are going to do a great job. They're going to go out there and perform to their fullest potential. I think competitively wise, they're going to do really well. But most importantly, I want them to get out there, have a lot of fun. And at the end of the day, I always tell them, if you're not worn out and tired, you didn't have any fun. So let's be worn out and tired and have a good time.
My expectation is for us to do our very best since we've been working hard every day, and I feel like we can do that.
I think we're going to do great. We're doing a lot better than we were this time last year, so I look forward to seeing how we place.
I'm looking forward to seeing our results and then getting to compare it to our last competition.
I think we're going to do really good, and I think our show is definitely better than last year.
I think we'll get into the finals, yeah.
There's 2 parts to it. There's a prelims and finals. So all the bands that are competing in the contest perform their show at their assigned time. And then the judges pick the top 10.
And then you have an announcement of how you did in what they call prelims. And if you make the top 10, then you get to perform again in finals, which they made finals every contest last year. And we're hoping to do that again this year. And then once you do finals, then you eat again, and then you come back and the top 10 groups play again, and they compare the top 10 kids against each other, the groups against each other, and then you have a winner, which they won a contest last year. So we're hoping maybe that can happen again. Super rare.
The Red Oak High School graphic design program is taking their public work. The email sent to the high school last week, the graphic design teacher, Mr. Russell, said the graphic design classes are going to open up to the community and start taking commissions/making sales, and our students will have the ability to complete work that will be seen by future potential clients while helping them build their personal portfolios. Mr. Russell said we're hoping to start offering location auto signs, magnets, car, letter vehicle installations, and so much more. Depending on what the finished result is, depends on what the payment will be. Most creations for the school, its clubs, or affiliations will be free to have designs. VIP prom, for instance. But some of you have made requests for personal designs and other designs things that will be able to be completed now and support our program. If you're interested in having the design created, please email the graphic design class at Red Oak ISD graphicdesign@redoakisd.org.
Wednesday is National School Backpack Awareness Day. According to nationaltoday.com, National School Backpack Day strives to make sure students wear backpacks safely. Improper use can lead to back pain or injury, which can impact learning. On this day, teachers, students, and parents come together to make sure families are aware of the risks and that backpacks are being worn properly. It's for the children.
Wednesday is also International Day of Peace, according to nationaltoday.com. International Day of Peace is devoted to strengthening the ideals of peace both within and among all nations and peoples. At a time when war and violence often monopolizes our news cycles, the National Day of Peace is inspiring a reminder of what we can create together.
The end of the first 6 weeks is this Friday. Students, if you are missing work or need to retake any tests, your last day to do so is this Friday.
When we return, we will have your entertainment corner.
Hey, coming to lunch with us?
Yeah, I was gonna go to the bathroom for a second.
Oh, okay. See you then.
Audio Jungle.
Hello, I am Brianna Leon, and this is your entertainment corner. Fate the Winx Saga Season 2 is now on Netflix. The show is a teen drama series based on the Nickelodeon animated series Winx Club, created by Igneo Straffi. The show was renewed for a second run back in February 2021, and filming got underway that summer, as confirmed in a behind-the-scenes featurette released to Netflix's YouTube channel. Avatar, the movie of which grossed $2.8 billion when it was first introduced to the public in 2009, is coming back to theaters this weekend. Don't miss out on the opportunity to see the film as it is meant to be seen on a big screen. This week's top song trending globally on Spotify is Quevedo, BDRP Music Session Volume 52. The song was originally released in July of this summer. Spooky season just got a little spookier. Next week, Hocus Pocus 2 is set to come out to theaters. The film is set to follow the events from the 1993 original. 29 years as three young women accidentally bring back the Sanderson sisters to modern-day Salem and must figure out how to stop the child-hungry witches from wreaking havoc on the world. The first trailer has finally dropped for the new live version of The Little Mermaid. Although the film is not set to release in theaters until May of next year, hype has already started for the film, which features Halle Bailey as the title character. And now the NFL is now part of the streaming game. Last Thursday, Amazon Prime streamed the first stream-only NFL game. This means that the only way to watch the game was through streaming service Amazon Prime. Thursday night, NFL games are expected to continue to air on the streaming giant Amazon Prime Video for the remainder of the season. Well, that is all I have for entertainment, but don't go away. Your sports report is next.
Hello, I'm Steven Salas, and this is your sports report. This week, your Hawks varsity football team traveled 2 hours away to Killeen Ellison to face off with the Eagles, the third in their second district game of the year. This game was a defensive battle with both teams struggling to score until the end of the second quarter, with the Hawks going to the half up 7-6. The Hawks came back out strong, drive but sadly fumbled in the red zone, and the Eagles scooped up the ball and scored to put the score 14-7. But your Hawks responded with 2 big touchdowns through the air to put the score at 28-21. In the last minute of the game, your Hawks defense came up with 2 big stops and gave the offense back the ball for victory formation. With this huge win over Killeen, your Hawks go into the bye week with the win and as a top team in district. During the bye week, our Hawk News student reporters spoke to some of the varsity players about their current standings and their predictions for the rest of the season.
I feel like everything is different from last season. I feel like our leadership different. Our record already better than it was last year. So I feel like this season from last year, can't even compare.
Oh, definitely. Like, the work ethic we put in this summer was definitely way more crazy than last year. That's why it's a big impact. And our record gonna suffer.
But really, it's just next man up. Everybody got to be focused and be ready. Everybody don't get a chance. Everybody just one play away.
Every team competition.
On Friday night, your Lady Hawks volleyball team played against the Terrell Lady Tigers in a home district match. The Lady Hawks dominated the match as the Lady Tigers stood unable to return the Hawks volleys. Your Lady Hawks took the match 3-0 and improved their district record to 2-1. On Tuesday night, your Lady Hawks took to the road, played against Crandall in a district match. The Lady Hawks fought hard as the sets were back and forth, but in the final sets, Crandall took the lead and the win to defeat your Lady Hawks 3-2. Your Lady Hawks currently stand at 2-2 in district. Next week starts competition for esports. The esports team, which was brought to Red Oak last year, will start their first preseason competition next week. And now for your upcoming games. On Thursday and Friday, cross country will have a meet at Waxahachie Life High School. Next Monday, the JV golf team will compete in their first tournament of the year in the Hatchie Battle at the Brick at the Old Backyard GC in Ferris. Next Tuesday, the varsity tennis team has a home match against Ennis. And on Tuesday, volleyball also has a home match against Ennis. So come on out and support your Lady Hawks. Well, that's all I have for sports. Hawks will be right back after this break.
Thank you for watching Hawk News,
where it's your campus, your news.